Okay, Tate. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about allowance. We're just gonna ignore her. She's gonna laugh at the allowance meeting. I don't care.
Okay.
So we looked at where your spending was the last few months.
Yep.
And not surprisingly, clothing and activities has been the lion's share of it. With the trip to New York, you spent quite a bit of money on that trip as well on clothing. And I don't know, maybe that's clothing, maybe it's activities.
Well,
but so here's where it lines up right now. You've got clothing and activities, $10 for presents, and that's really it as far as the envelopes you're putting money into. Mm-hmm. You're putting $30 a month into savings and $15 a month into charity. So the total is $160. So you got about 10% going into charity and 20% to savings. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. We've got to talk about a couple things. One, is that allowance enough? How have things been going lately? Two, we're going to talk about you're earning a lot of money. Where's all that extra money going? Because it's not all of it's going to savings. Quite a bit of it is. Mm-hmm. And then we also need to talk about charity because you now have you're done with one of the campaigns at church, so you can choose if you want to do another one or if you want to do something else at charity. Mm-hmm. Okay. So first, just on your budget in total, do you think your allowance is enough? Too much? Just right?
Well, right now everything's going into activities because of my activities.
Which activities?
Modeling is an activity, Mom said. So
yeah. But
I've been spending a lot of money on modeling, buying clothing and Pictures. Yeah. So I'm wondering if I should maybe just make activities larger or have more money in there because I'm spending more, and then when I earn the money, put it into savings or maybe.
Well, there's a couple things, and one is you're old enough now that you can move money just from one category to the other, if you need to. Which you've been doing, and that's been fine. So if you want to, and if it's an activity, sometimes if it's clothing, and you don't ever know which one it's going to be, that's perfectly fine too. My question is, are you getting enough money, or do you think that you're always stressed out and you don't have enough cash?
Well, I think I'm always stressed out because there's so many things I want to buy for like activities that I don't have enough. And then I always have to take it out of savings.
You need to consider though that your photos that and the clothing you bought for your photo shoot, that's a one-time cost.
That is a one-time cost. Yeah, but I mean,
and you saved up for it. I mean, that was the whole point of having money you're putting into savings is so you can do that. So let's look forward. Going forward the next few months, what do you think your expenses are going to be for clothing or for activities?
I think it's going to be less for activities because I will already start, and then going into things, I don't need any money. They're paying me to do it. Mm-hmm. So I think that will, I will stay the same, but I won't spend as much. Yep. But then I'm thinking of putting more money into savings for camp.
Okay.
And stop spending money from savings.
Yeah, and remember, any money that you're earning from babysitting or any jobs you get, that money goes into savings too if it's over and above what's in your budget.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that she also is 16. So at 16, we really don't increase allowance anymore.
That's where I was kind of going, is that you kind of got over the hump and you paid for those activities. So I don't think. I mean, right now you've still got money in your account. Mm-hmm. You haven't spent all of this from last month, and we're about
right.
Next month.
When I get low enough, I really think to myself, do I really need it? And then wait till next month and see how much I have.
Well, I haven't seen you too stressed out, like crying or anything. So
no.
That means you're probably doing okay.
Are you in good shape for gifts that you're going to have to buy in the next few weeks?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. The second thing we wanted to talk about, and so I'm gonna let you decide how to allocate. So that's $115. Mm-hmm. That's up here. That's not savings or charity.
Right.
So that $115. Now you can decide at the beginning of the month what envelopes you want to put that in.
Right. That's what I usually.
And maybe this month you got a couple extra dollars going into presents, and you've already bought your clothes and stuff. Mm-hmm. But you can decide that.
Okay. I mean, usually when I buy shoes, it's coming out of activities or clothing.
Yep.
I don't have a shoes budget.
Yeah, no problem with that. your savings right now is $30 a month, and you're putting a lot more than that because every time you get a check from babysitting or whatever, you put all of that into savings, which is exactly right. Sometimes you probably get cash and don't put all that into savings.
Usually when I get cash, I kind of save it. Okay. Actually, it depends how much it is. I mean, if it's $40, I usually keep it, but if it's more than $40, I usually put some of it in.
Okay. Well, be careful that I know you want to save a bunch of money for camp, so you don't have to be spending that cash. You can put that stuff into savings too. And the last thing we want to talk about charity. Like I said, you had a commitment 2 years ago to give money for 2 years to something at church, and that's over this month. Mm-hmm. So you've got $15 a month in charity. Do you want to just have that deposited into your account and you can choose where to spend it, or do you want to do another pledge?
Do another pledge.
Okay.
Because then I don't have to worry about it and where charity's going.
Okay, that's fair enough. Overall, how do you think things are going with your money and your spending?
I think it's good. It's just that savings, I don't know how much I have, and I mean, I'm still a little bit worried that I'm not going to be able to go to camp because I just don't know how much is in there and when the deadline is to buy camp and stuff. So, and I've taken money out of savings for
you took $500 out of savings to pay for something, and that leaves you with. You only have $500 left in savings now after that. So you've got a ways to go to save up money for camp. But what you're earning in your babysitting jobs and what you're saving here, I can see that you'll have enough. You got 6 months to save that up, and you'll easily be able to do that if you work your babysitting jobs. Okay? All right. Well, thanks for taking good care of your money. Appreciate it.